Let's talk about Google's misrepresentation policy. And this is something you'll find generally with Google Merchant Centers, where Google suspends a Google Merchant Center. The most common reason that we see given for that is violating the misrepresentation policy. So if you have a merchant center that is suspended for misrepresentation, this video is for you. And for context, my name is John. I'm the CEO of StubGroup. We are a premier Google partner and a digital advertising agency, and we're the #1 resource in the world for fixing Google suspensions and policy issues. So let's dig into Google Merchant Center misrepresentation issues. First, what is misrepresentation? Really, it's this very broad, wide policy where Google is saying, hey, we think that you are misrepresenting in some way. It could be they think that you're not a legitimate business. It could be that they think there are issues with the product offerings, the pricing, etc. on your website. It could be a bunch of different things. And that is what makes this policy challenging, because there are so many different things that could be wrong in Google's eyes, and Google won't tell you which things are wrong. They will just give you kind of a buffet of, hey, it could be one of these things, or it could be something else, because their examples are non-exhaustive. So I'm going to walk you through some of the most common categories of things that we see that impact this suspension type. So first of all, let's talk about the actual credibility of your business. And we see in particular for a lot of new businesses that just go ahead and create a merchant center and don't have much history, that many of them get flagged for misrepresentation. Now, a big part of this is because Google sees so many fly-by-night operators get started. They might be drop shippers, they might be actual scam artists, fill in the blank, but there are a lot of e-commerce businesses who, pretend to sell something and who don't actually deliver on that, who take people's money and then don't send the product, or don't send the product that was advertised. And so Google doesn't like that for obvious reasons and wants to protect people who are using the Google ecosystem, in other words, you and me, as we go and search on Google. And so they look very closely and don't give a lot of benefit of the doubt to businesses that don't have much of what we call a digital footprint. So when it comes to looking at your website, this is true whether you've been around for a long time or new, but is often more of an issue when you're a newer business, is you want to look, what is that digital footprint? So what other sources, sites are linking back to your website? And if Google goes and looks up your domain, looks up your business name, what are they going to find online? And so actions you can take to prove to Google that you are legit, that you're in for the long haul, are things like creating social media profiles for your business and making sure that those link back to your website. It could be things like claiming your business in the Better Business Bureau and getting accredited, and then using that badge on your website. It could include signing up for different review services like Trustpilot and Shopper Approved, and creating the profiles with those services. And hopefully, if you have real customers you've been working with, getting those customers to leave reviews on those platforms to start building your credibility. So that's a big thing, is working on your digital footprint to make sure that when Google searches for you, things come up. It's not just this blank space where Google says, okay, these guys, they don't seem to have a presence, so we're not sure they're a legitimate company. So that's one category of things. Second category of things is having appropriate contact information on your website. Things like having a phone number, having that phone number set up so that when someone calls it, it actually has your business name. If you have a voicemail option, it says leave a voicemail for your business name. Things that are consistent with being a true professional company that Google might expect when they check you out. Having an email address that works, that you actually respond to in the response time that you say you will respond to. Things like that, really important. Physical address as well, something that Google looks up and is really important. If it's a PO box, if it's a virtual address, that can be very concerning to Google, because those are things that are also often used by those bad actors and fly-by-night operators. So that contact information, really, really important. Then also the actual offers that you have on your website. For example, if your website is riddled with out-of-stock products, or with product prices that just don't line up with the competition, competition selling things for $100 and you're selling the same product for $5. Things like that are going to look suspicious to Google, and again, could cause a misrepresentation flag. So those, I would say, are some of the most common issues that we see, as well as missing policy pages that you need on your website. Things like a return policy, a refund policy, shipping policy. Very explicitly having policies that your customers and potential customers can access through your website, through your header, through your footer, to see exactly what you do, what they're getting into if they purchase a product from you. Those are also very important as well. So really, what I would encourage you from a big picture perspective to do if you're facing a misrepresentation policy suspension is to try to step back from your business and think about it the way Google may think about it. Think about, do I look legitimate? Is there anything that could be concerning, that could be weird? When I Google my business, what comes up? Do I have a good digital footprint? Those types of things are very important. And if you want some help with figuring that out, with putting those things in place and looking at all the other issues as well that could cause a misrepresentation suspension, we'd love to help here at StubGroup. Go to stubgroup.com, reach out, one of our team members will talk to you, and hopefully we can get to work with you and get you back online with Google.